This module helps agri-exporters understand and navigate the complex landscape of international regulations, product standards, certification schemes, and legal frameworks that govern the export of agricultural commodities. The focus is to help producers meet compliance requirements, avoid shipment rejections, and build credibility in global markets. Understanding regulatory compliance in agri-export. Regulatory compliance refers to the ability of an exporter to meet the mandatory laws, guidelines, policies, and standards established by both their home country and the destination, importing country. These laws are often complex and vary widely depending on the commodity being exported, e.g., raw cocoa versus processed chocolate, the target market, e.g., the EU, USA, GCC, or Asia, the form of the product, fresh, frozen, powdered, preserved, end use, human consumption, animal feed, or industrial use. Failure to comply with the required standards and documentation may lead to rejection of goods at ports, fines or penalties, loss of trade privileges, blacklisting by trade partners, and permanent damage to business reputation. Categories of export regulations and standards. There are typically three major categories of regulations: a national, home country, export regulations. These are policies exporters must meet in their own country before goods can leave the borders. This includes export registration, e.g., NEPC in Nigeria, pre-shipment inspection, export permits and licenses, phytosanitary certificates issued by quarantine agencies, certificates of origin, e.g., ECOWAS certificate for West African trade, compliance with the export prohibition list, certain goods banned from export. B. International import requirements, destination country. The importing countries have their own specific standards and protocols to protect their markets. These typically cover food safety standards, e.g., FDA regulations in the U.S., contaminant limits, e.g., maximum pesticide residue, aflatoxins, packaging and labeling standards, organic or non-GMO certifications, animal and plant health protocols, customs documentation. Example: the EU has a zero-tolerance policy for certain mycotoxins in cereals. Even trace levels can result in consignment rejection. C. International quality and safety certifications. Most buyers require internationally recognized certifications as proof of safety and credibility. These include Certification Purpose Global GAP, Good Agricultural Practices, HACCP Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points, ISO 22000 Food Safety Management System, Fair Trade, Ethical Sourcing and Fair Treatment of Farmers, Organic Certified Organic Production, BRCGS, Retail Food Safety Standard, Kosher/Halal, Religious Dietary Compliance. For example, a dried mango exporter to Germany may need to meet global GAP plus HACCP plus organic standards to be accepted.
Building a quality assurance system. To consistently meet quality and regulatory standards, an agri-exporter must build an internal quality assurance QA system. This includes a period. Standard operating procedures, SOPs. SOPs for harvesting, drying, packaging, and storing must be documented and followed to avoid contamination and spoilage. Traceability systems, DOT. Ability to track a product from farm to shelf, where it was grown, processed, packed, and shipped. Testing and certification, DOT. Periodic lab tests for microbial content, pesticide residue, moisture content, heavy metals, etc. Packaging and labeling. Use of food-grade materials, correct nutrition facts, barcodes, country of origin, batch codes, and expiry dates.
Country-specific regulatory bodies and agencies. We will use region and agency for our columns. First, USA. Food and Drug Administration, FDA. Second, European Union. European Food Safety Authority, EFSA. 3. Canada. Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA. 4. Middle East, GCC. Gulf Standards Organization, GSO. ஐந்தாவது African Organization for Standardization, ARSO. Each of these authorities may enforce product bans or import alerts if a product violates their laws. Common mistakes leading to export rejections: moldy or insect-infested products, excessive pesticide or chemical residue, poor or misleading labeling, incorrect documentation, e.g., missing bill of lading, invoice, or certificate of origin, use of non-compliant packaging, e.g., wood packaging without fumigation. Tips for ensuring compliance and quality: register with all local export bodies. Use food-grade equipment and packaging. Conduct mock inspections or simulations. Obtain relevant certifications early. Build relationships with labs and inspection agencies. Train staff regularly on evolving international standards. Work with export consultants or compliance officers. Case example: hibiscus flower exporter from Kano background. A Nigerian hibiscus exporter shipped a 12-ton container to Mexico. Upon arrival, the container was rejected due to mold contamination and lack of global GAP certification. Action taken: partnered with a farm-to-export training institute. Upgraded drying systems and hired quality control officers. Earned global GAP and HACCP certification. Built a warehouse with temperature control. Result: they resumed export and signed long-term contracts with buyers in Mexico, Germany, and the UAE.